Hi everybody, I want to talk about thesis statements. Thesis statements are very important. The thesis statement is the most important sentence of your entire essay. And remember, the thesis statement goes at the end of an introduction. This sentence will convey what your essay is about to prove. It has the topic plus the opinion, the topic plus the main idea of the entire essay. Please do not get confused by the thesis statement and a body paragraph topic sentence. A thesis statement goes at the end of an introduction. There are two types of thesis statements. The easiest type of thesis statement, and the one that I recommend most in English 28, and even in the first essay or two of English 101, is the list thesis statement. This is the thesis statement that you convey the points that you will prove in a list. Basically, your paragraph points. So you're going to list the paragraph points in order of presentation. So if you're going to be proving that being a student is stressful and competitive, well, paragraph number 1 has to be about stressful. Paragraph number 2 has to be about competitive. Okay? Now, the big idea thesis statement. This is the harder type of thesis statement. This type of thesis statement requires that you take your paragraph points and you look for a connection. You try to figure out, okay, well, what are my paragraphs going to be proving here? What do stressful and competitive together, what does that mean? Does that mean being a student is overwhelming? So my thesis statement is being a student is overwhelming. Paragraph number 1 will still talk about stressful, and paragraph number 2 will talk about competitive. Okay, so the list thesis statement outlines clearly what each paragraph will prove in order. The big idea takes those paragraph points and puts them together. So the example on the board, my mother. My mother is generous and supportive. Paragraph number 1 will prove generous. Paragraph number 2 will prove supportive. Now, if I don't want to do a list and I want to do a big idea, I have to think, okay, well, what do generous and supportive have in common? Well, I could prove that my mother is selfless. Okay, I know the topic of this essay is my mother. The opinion will be selfless. Now, every body paragraph has to prove selfless. Body paragraph number 1 will still be generous. Body paragraph number 2 will still be supportive. So the list thesis and the big idea are very related. It's just the list is easier to produce. I want to point out, what do you notice about writing a thesis statement? You have to have your paragraph points organized in order to come up with a thesis statement. Once you know what your paragraphs are proving, you can look to your paragraphs to help you create a thesis. Do you want to do a list the points, or do you want to do a big idea? It's up to you. All right? Just remember, paragraph points create a thesis statement. All right? I hope that helps.